I thought I hated dancing. That's not the case. I hated what I was trying to picture dancing to be now, instead of just remembering why I personally love to do it.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So
Feel that.
I don't know where I was going with this statement, but we're here.
Yeah. We all face like some of our the down days or the moments of self doubt. This is one of my favorite questions I like asking is, what do you know? What's the self talk like on the days that are hard?
Ooh, that's a good one. Um, I'll talk about how I've transitioned into the mentality I have now, because I feel like if I don't express how I used to think, what I think now isn't going to make a bigger impact. When I would get down, I would get down for weeks.
Oh,
And I would
wow.
just always, because I suffer with like depression
Yeah,
and
yeah.
anxiety and all that kind of stuff. I think being in LA, you tend to almost adapt that sometimes, like depression, all that kind of
I can
stuff.
see that. Yeah.
But I would just constantly think it was something that I was doing wrong, something that I could do better, or, you know, if someone didn't see my worth, that was it. I had no worth. You know what I mean?
Oh.
And that's been one of my biggest struggles of trying to make it in this industry, is fighting my beliefs of myself and my self-worth.
Mm.
And now it's gotten to the point where, yeah, things still hit me. I still get sad. I still get depressed that, I didn't book that job, or that person didn't see my value. And for a split second, I start to question if I have the value or whatever. But then as soon as I remember all the things that I have gone through and the things that I've triumphed over, and just knowing that me being here on this earth has a purpose,
Mm.
it helps my self-worth. And I'm like, okay, yeah, no, this rejection is not meant to show you that you're not good enough. It's meant to show that you have something else that you need to be doing.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of you see this all the time on like Instagram with like those inspirational things. Like, rejection just means redirection, you know?
Oh, that's the best way
So
that's a good way of putting it. I always see as failure as feedback.
I like that one too.
Yeah.
But yeah, just so it's really, you can live in the emotion that you're having for that second, live it, feel it, digest it, and then move on. You know what I mean?
Some people just live in it
Live in it, and then
make it the reality.
yeah, and then they kind of end up having this endless cycle, like, well, the world is doing this to me, so I'm going to keep putting out that energy, and it's going to keep cycling. And I learned that that's not what, because I used to do that. I used to do that a lot. And then it was like a self-fulfilling prophecy, like, shit would fuck up. Sorry if I'm not supposed to cuss, but,
No, you're good, man.
shit would fuck up because I had already put out that type of energy. I was always like, well, it's not going to come through anyway, so whatever. And then, yeah, it came through because the universe listens to everything that you're saying and thinking. Like,
it's like, all right, cool.
all right, if you think so.
Okay.
All right, that's how you want to live your life. Go for it.
Yeah.
But now I'm just being very grateful for all the things that I actually do have in my life. And that, to me, is the key to being happy. Because so many of us don't appreciate what we actually have, and we're always thinking about that person that doesn't like us, or the opportunities that we don't have, when there are people who are looking at our lives and looking at what we're doing and who we're with or whatever.
That hit me. Yeah.
And they wish that they could have what we have.
Yeah.
So, like, just really appreciate what the fuck you do have. And
Yeah. It comes back to being just gratitude. And it's like, it reminds me of that one meme, like that one, like the guy on the bicycle sees the guy in the Ferrari, the guy in the Ferrari sees the guy in the plane.
Right.
Yeah, and then you look in all of it, it's a guy in a wheelchair looking over the balcony, wishing he can just
Right. That's such a real thing.
Yeah,
That's such a real thing.
yeah, like what you have, someone is dying to have.
Right.
Like, I forgot where I got this DM. It was this one young lady I know it's from the Midwest. I don't know which state, but she was talking to me, like, we were doing voice messages at that point, that she was going to take a leap, I think this year, to come just leave her family to come to LA to pursue her dance career. So I'm like, props. but I also like I hope I gave her some reality of what to expect.
Yeah,
Because
it's not gonna be all like
yeah.
kitties and puppies and rainbows and shit.
Because she also I think one of the questions like is it normal to like work at restaurants while you're pursuing your career?
Absolutely.
I'm like, fuck yes.
Absolutely.
It's part of that hustle.
I have like 3 jobs right now.
So it's like it's like but yeah it was.
And that is such an important thing to remember too, because so many people nowadays with social media and everything, they fake it till they make it, or they put up this facade of this life that they have, and nobody wants to give the reality like, hey, I work at a restaurant, I do housekeeping, I do this, that, like, just to make ends meet, but I'm doing it because I love dancing so much that I want to work this hard to stay in LA to pursue it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And people just need to, I feel like people need to humble themselves a little bit and just be like, you know what? I'm working hard, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah. Because the fact is the path of an artist is just as chaotic as a process in creating.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
It takes a while to like for the moment inspiration to strike for some, or for some it might take a while for it to actually be at that level they want. But you just have to find a process that you're gonna love and be okay with. Because if you hate your process, then I think you should be doing something else.
Right.
Because it's accepting the fact that you're gonna be eating shit for a while.
Yeah.
And in the process, if you keep putting yourself out there and making time for yourself, not just to take care of yourself, but to focus on to improve your craft and to also network, because that's the faster way to get booked.
That is true.
So
that is true.
Yeah, these are like just tidbits, but yeah, focus on your process.
And there isn't one route of success. Like, everyone's journey is such an individual thing. There's people that train so hard and make it so you just have to be undeniable. So people will put in that work. They'll network with whoever they need to network. They'll push themselves to the front of auditions. There's that type of route. There's also just making genuine connections with people because they'll remember you on a personal level too. That's kind of the route that I like, because I'm not very look at me like at auditions. So sometimes auditions aren't the best way for me to get booked. So I really just make a point of genuinely connecting with people.
Yeah,
Hold for siren.
Okay.
Alright, great.
Look at you, pro on set.
Got you. And even if you have other talents that aren't necessarily dance, those talents could still somehow manage to get you back to a dance job or something.